It was supposed to be a routine flight. Delta Flight 2417, a Boeing 717, was scheduled to soar from Atlanta to Chicago on April 14, 2025. Passengers settled into their seats, eager for a smooth journey. The mood was light, the usual pre-flight buzz filling the cabin. Tom Witchey, seated in 19B, was no different. He shared a laugh with his seatmate as the plane taxied to the runway. As the 717 began its takeoff roll, a series of odd sounds reached their ears. They weren't the typical engine noises one gets used to. These were different, unfamiliar. They dismissed it at first, thinking it was just the usual creaks and groans of an aircraft. Little did they know that these subtle sounds were a prelude to an unexpected and unsettling event, something that would turn their ordinary flight into a story they'd never forget. The 717 continued its ascent, climbing higher above the patchwork quilt of Georgia farmland. Then a sound ripped through the cabin, a deafening bang that silenced all conversation. In a horrifying instant, a ceiling panel tore loose, dangling precariously by its front right corner. Panic surged through the cabin. Passengers in the vicinity gasped, fear etched on their faces. The panel had narrowly missed a passenger in 18B, who recoiled in shock. Witchey and two other passengers, their instincts kicking in, leapt from their seats. They pushed upwards on the panel, preventing it from completely dislodging. Their quick thinking likely prevented injury and further chaos. The situation was precarious. A heavy piece of the aircraft's interior was hanging by a thread, and nobody knew what might happen next. For what felt like an eternity, but was probably closer to 10 to 15 minutes, these brave passengers held the panel aloft. It was a tense time. The plane was still climbing and flight attendants couldn't immediately assist due to safety protocols during takeoff. Witchey and his fellow passengers continued to bear the weight, their arms aching, their minds racing. Once the plane leveled off, flight attendants rushed to assess the situation. Faces grim, they immediately notified the pilots. The gravity of the situation was clear. A significant structural element had failed. The mood in the cabin was a mix of anxiety and disbelief. The passengers, however, remained calm. They knew that panicking wouldn't help. They had to work together to keep everyone safe. The panel couldn't stay hanging forever. A solution was needed, and fast. Flight attendants began searching for anything that could be used to secure the panel, but their resources were limited at 30,000 feet. Hope arrived in the form of an engineer who happened to be on board. Standing on an armrest to get a better look, he quickly diagnosed the problem, a missing screw or bolt. "Tape!" he called out. "We need strong tape!" As if on cue, a passenger whipped out a roll of yellow Scotch tape, a testament to the saying, "You never know what people pack in their carry-on." It wasn't exactly an engineer's dream fix, but it was the best they had at the moment. Working as a team, flight attendants and passengers carefully applied the tape, securing the panel to the ceiling as best they could. Witchey and the other passengers continued to hold it for another 30 to 45 minutes, ensuring the tape held firm. Their impromptu teamwork was nothing short of extraordinary. With the panel temporarily secured, the pilots made the decision to return to Atlanta. What was supposed to be a short trip had turned into an all-day ordeal. Upon landing, Delta was quick to express their apologies, citing cabin maintenance as the reason for the incident. Passengers, though shaken, were transferred to another aircraft after a 2-hour delay, finally reaching their destination later that day. Delta, recognizing the passengers' quick thinking and courage, awarded those who assisted with 10,000 Delta miles. Witchey, however, sought a refund for the work he missed due to the incident, a request that, at the time, remained unanswered. The incident served as a stark reminder of the importance of airline safety and the power of human resilience. In the face of a frightening situation, passengers and crew came together, putting their trust in each other and using whatever resources they had to ensure everyone's safety. It was a testament to the best of humanity, proving that even at 30,000 feet, teamwork and quick thinking can make all the difference. And while duct tape might not be part of any official airline safety protocol on Delta Flight 2417, it became a symbol of resourcefulness and collective action.